Have you ever wondered why some poor regions in Russia have seen a significant increase in bank deposits? Economists have noted this intriguing phenomenon where the balance of bank accounts in certain areas has surged unexpectedly. It turns out this surge is linked to payments received for participation in war. This is not a typical economic trend, so let's dive deeper to understand why it's happening. According to the Central Bank of Russia, there was an approximate 18% increase in bank deposits in 2023 compared to the end of 2022. This growth in bank deposits is a reflection of the increase in economic activity and real wages across the country. As the economy expands, so do the bank accounts of its citizens. This is a common trend in growing economies, as money circulates and people have more to save. The central bank's statistics provide an insightful snapshot into the financial health of the nation and its people. And while an 18% increase may not sound earth-shattering on the surface, in the world of economics, it's a significant jump. But here's where it gets interesting. Some regions, it seems, didn't just follow the trend, they outperformed it dramatically. However, some regions saw a much more dramatic increase than the national average. Regions such as Tuva, one of the poorest, experienced an average monthly increase in bank deposits of around 45%. This increase was significantly higher than the national average, marking a distinct deviation from the norm. Other regions, too, showed similar trends, with bank deposits swelling at rates far beyond expectations. These weren't the bustling economic hubs of the country, but rather regions often overlooked due to their economic struggles. And yet, they were witnessing a financial phenomenon that defied traditional economic patterns. This wasn't a case of sudden industrial growth or a boom in local businesses. These were regions where economic hardship was a constant, where a surge in bank deposits was unheard of. Yet, here they were, outpacing the rest of the nation in terms of financial growth. This unusual growth prompted further investigation into the underlying cause. Researchers at the Finnish Institute Bofut linked this surge in bank deposits to payments to contract soldiers, those mobilized, and compensations to families of the deceased and injured. Let's delve into the details of their findings. The research found a stark correlation between the increase in bank deposits and the war payments. These payments, which were promised from the early days of a full-scale invasion, became a lifeline for many residents in the poorer regions, and even more so for the families of the deceased soldiers. This sudden influx of money led to an unprecedented rise in bank deposits in these regions. Interestingly, such large payments are usually not so noticeable in economic statistics. However, the bank deposit statistics prove to be more revealing, especially in regions with low income levels. The researcher Laura Salenko compared the list of regions where the sum of funds in citizens' accounts increased sharply with research conclusions about the number of mobilized men. It was found that there is a real connection between the increase in funds in accounts and the proportion of mobilized men. The war, therefore, had an uneven impact on Russia's regions, affecting not only through compensations to the deceased or injured, but also through increased production in the military-industrial complex, increased wages for workers in the military-industrial complex, and increased profits for manufacturers of other goods working for the army. In conclusion, the war significantly influenced the economy of certain regions in Russia, increasing the amount of money in residents' bank accounts. This was most apparent in the poorer regions, where the influx of war-related payments and compensations led to a substantial increase in bank deposits. The Central Bank of Russia reported an 18% growth in the total volume of Russian citizens' bank deposits in 2023 compared to the end of the previous year. Notably, in some regions like Tuva, one of the poorest, the rate of growth was significantly higher, averaging a monthly increase of 45%. The Finnish Institute Bofut's research, led by Laura Salenko, highlighted this sharp increase in funds in these regions. The correlation was established between the rise in bank deposits and the proportion of mobilized men. However, this did not lead to an overall improvement in the economic situation in these regions. Thank you for watching our video. We appreciate your time and interest in these important economic dynamics. If you value such insights, do subscribe to our channel for more enlightening content. Until next time, stay curious and keep learning.